Walt Disney World is being called Wall Disney World by those who go there these days. Everywhere but Epcot is basically a construction zone. So it's no surprise that crowd levels have vanished. But despite our honest reporting here on the Pro Channel about Disney World attendance being down, there's pushback saying, no, everything's fine, everything's fine. Don't believe your lying eyes or those pesky facts. So, are we here spreading misinformation about Disney? And should you and your family go to the construction zone theme parks in 2025 or 2026? Folks, we've got answers you can't miss. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Pro Channel, where we continue to give you what you need to know. And with theme parks, you better believe we know what we're talking about. But as you can see on the screen right here, ladies and gentlemen, the pushback has begun. Now, I like this fellow, Andrew Platt, and I hope you do too. Go over there and subscribe and see what he has to say. Never going to tell you to avoid somebody. And folks, don't avoid clicking that like button here either, or dropping a comment down below. But go subscribe to Andrew Platt. Small channel, 15,000 subscribers, growing though, and amazing views for a channel that size per video. You can see down here. I went to theme parks almost every day for a year. Here's what I learned: 52,000 views. That's phenomenal. Great job to Andrew Platt. But the thumbnail here says you're being lied to, and we're featured in that. So I wanted to address whether or not Disney World is empty, and whether or not, folks, an empty Disney World justifies you going and spending your hard-earned money for what is essentially construction areas. Now, first of all, let's go to thrilldata.com to see what's happening here. And folks, as you can see, this aggregates all of the wait times month after month for all the rides at Disney World. And you can see that in 2022, we had the height of attendance, as it appears to us. 2023 was slightly lower. 2024 was much lower. And 2025 has been a very steep decline. Now, it's actually worse than what this displays, and I'm going to show you why. If we go to Walt Disney World past crowd data, and we scroll down, I want to show you what a healthy Disney World has looked like. These are the average crowded levels for 2017. You can see that it was 665, 655. You get the idea. 7 in December. 2018 looked similar. 2019 looked very similar. It's always been kind of the same historical pattern. Of course, the pandemic changed that in 2020, and you can see that January was very crowded. February was very crowded. And then I don't know what was going on in March. I don't know what they're tabulating there, but things came back in July and August, and very strange. 2021, people started coming back, but 2022, according to the stats we have here, they saw the same thing you saw with a different website, which is Thrill Data. Because remember, we're looking right now at WDW Passport. If we go back to Thrill Data, you can see the same thing. These are two different websites correlating the exact same thing. Okay, 2022, the most crowded. All right, now if we go, though, to 2025, how are things going for Disney? Well, let's compare. In February, the average crowd level was 4, but in 2024, it was 6. In March, it was 5. In 2024, it was 6. In April, it was 4. In 2024, it was 5. You get the idea? Almost every one of these has dropped, and that's what's happening here across the board. And 2024 was a down year. But what if I told you that it's actually worse than that? Ladies and gentlemen, this is September, and the crowd levels we've seen across the parks for September, starting with the 1st, and you can see none of these are crowded except for one day, and that one day, which is a 5, they actually reached average crowd levels one day in September so far, and that one day was propped up by Epcot having an 8 because it was the first weekend festival day. And you can see Animal Kingdom is the other theme park that seems to be propping this up sometimes. Animal Kingdom has a 5 and a 5 and a 6. So what's going on? Is Animal Kingdom really crowded? Well, take a look at this. It says crowds on a 1 to 10 scale during September 2025 at Disney World based on automatically monitored posted wait times. So the crowd level is figured out based on how long are the waits at these theme parks. Okay? Now, what's happened at Animal Kingdom? And then we'll get into the wall situation. Animal Kingdom has how many rides right now, folks? Avatar Flight of Passage, 1. Dinosaur, 2. Expedition Everest, 3. Cali River Rapids, 4. Kilimanjaro Safaris, 5. Navi River Journey, 6. No, we're not going to count a meet and greet. There are a total of 6 rides at Animal Kingdom. Now, Animal Kingdom in the past has had far more than 6 rides. I mean, way more. But Disney has deleted so many of those rides. So, what does that do? Well, it automatically elevates. It increases the wait times because there's nothing to do at Animal Kingdom. Therefore, the very few people who are there still have to wait in long lines because there's a total of 6 rides. To give you some kind of relatability as to just how low that is, Dollywood and Disneyland Resort proper, 2 theme parks that are highly rated across North America, have more than 60 rides each. Animal Kingdom has 6. So when we see these numbers down here of Animal Kingdom reaching a 6 or a 5 on crowd level, that's based on the wait times for 6 rides, as compared to Magic Kingdom, which Magic Kingdom has what? More than 40 rides? You can see that those crowd levels are likely not the same, simply based on the amount of time that you wait is going to be different because of the disparity in attraction numbers. Now, this is what I want to talk about with you today, and that is, there's nobody at Disney. So is it worth your time going? I think we've definitively proven. I mean, listen, folks can go out there and say, pros lying, they're just clickbaiting us. And it's like, well, here's the actual statistics where you deal with those. We have fun with it. So is it worth your time? That's the question. Because a lot of people are deciding this year that it's not worth their time to go to Disney World. So should you and your family go? There's nobody there. You can go. And listen, there are folks out there who say, Pro, there were 3 people on Main Street, USA. You lie, you dirty dog. Disney isn't empty. It has 3 people. Yes, I get it. When we say empty, we mean relatively few people are there compared to in the past, right? It's not, the majority of the rides are walk-ons. There are no lines. You get the idea. Normal people understand this. So, should you go? Well, the picture we have up on the screen is what you can expect to see when you go to Animal Kingdom, for example. And in Animal Kingdom, and this is why you as a family will have to decide what you want to do. This is an aerial picture from Attractions Magazine, courtesy of BioReconstruct, and we love both of these sources, by the way. This is the pathway. You can see that green wall and the path that goes between two construction zones. That is just a typical path right now in Animal Kingdom over there around Dinoland. So when you go to Disney right now at Animal Kingdom, you have 6 rides and you have these very long pathways of just being surrounded by walls. And we've talked about this. It's not just Animal Kingdom. If you go to thatparkplace.com and take a look at this article that came out on September 7th, Disney's Hollywood studio adds new construction walls as 3/4 of Disney World parks close off large sections behind barriers. You can see blocked off walls, more blocked off walls. You can see more walls. I mean, this is why people are calling it Wall Disney World right now. And of course, you all know about Rivers of America. We can show that right now as well. What's happening there? All of Frontierland and Magic Kingdom is behind walls. There is no Muppet Courtyard, behind walls. The Animation Courtyard, which is one of the projects that we're excited to see happen, but still, again, behind walls. Everywhere you go, Disney World right now looks like Epcot did for the past many years. Now, does that mean that while Epcot was under construction that you should not have gone to Epcot? Well, I can't tell you that. That's up to you. But I want to give you that frame of reference so you can understand what it is you're facing if you go to Disney World for the next 1, 2, 3, and maybe 4 years. It's going to look like Epcot did if you were at Epcot anytime between 2019 and, well, like 2 years ago. So that's what it's like. That's what it's like. And that's why the crowds, I believe, have less attendance. Now, do you want to go and take advantage of those lower crowd levels with the discomfort of the walls being there? This is the yin and yang of it, right? This is the give and take. This is the pro and the con. Disney World is not empty for no reason. Now, when those walls come down, will the crowds come back? We don't know. It depends on what's there when the walls come down. Will it be better? Will it be worse? We've got our opinions on that. I personally think Disney's made horrid decisions on what they're going to replace classic attractions with, especially when they have the land to just build new stuff and not take anything away. But they've decided to do this. And so what I would say, remember that if you've been a long-time viewer of the channel, I recommended that people go to Disney World. If they wanted to go, if they wanted to experience it, they needed to go before the Rivers of America construction happened. That was my recommendation. That has now ended. We are now into construction time or demolition time. The Muppets courtyard is down. You've got walls all over Animal Kingdom. So as long as you go understanding that you're going to be in, for a lesser product, then that's up to you. The time to go was before. If you go now, you get a lesser product, you still pay the same price, but it'll be nice to not have so many people there around you. But don't be tricked by people who tell you, the crowd levels, they're just, Disney's doing fine. No, this gauge of September tells you that's not the case. And remember that those wait times are being based on the wait times for rides tells us how crowded the parks are according to these systems. These systems were not built for theme parks that have 6 total attractions. They're just not built for that. Epcot's not much better. And the only theme park at Disney World that has a lot of attractions is Magic Kingdom. That's it. So, what to say about Walt Disney World and whether you should go? It's up to you. You've got to make that decision. But I'll say this. If your decision is to wait until there's stuff to do, I can't blame you for that. I can't blame you for looking at the theme parks and saying, 6 rides just isn't worth $100 per person in my family, plus paying all this extra cash to skip the lines because the lines are crazy long because there's nobody here, but there's nothing to do. So we're all just in a line for the 6 things of the day. That's, Disney has some serious work to do. And it will not surprise me if Disney World continues to drop attendance going forward in the next year. That will not surprise me at all. I think early 2026 could be very rough for Disney. Very rough. We'll have a better gauge of that come the holidays. Here's what I'll say, though. I'll give you one very serious piece of advice from pro to you. If you go during the holidays, they will get crowded again. They will. Because families will still want their kids to see the castle, not with dream lights, because they don't do that anymore, but with projected little twinkle lights. People still want to go to the parks for the Christmas season. Even though Disney doesn't want to say Christmas, they want to go for the Christmas season. And what will happen is if you go during the holidays this year, and I'm not telling you not to, I may go, I don't know. But I'm telling you, if you go to Disney World this holiday season, you will go with very little to do and lots of people trying to cram into those very little things to do. That does not sound like a great idea. Try to avoid that. If you still want the holiday experience, the holiday stuff will be up. I can almost guarantee you January 2nd, January 3rd, January 4th. That would be the time to go and experience it. Or in the first 2 weeks of November. That would be the better time for you to go if that's what you want to do. Going Christmas Eve and having nothing to do except watch just how many people can be crammed in there. Not my idea of a great time. All right, folks, reminder, go get lots of views and opinions. Go check out Andrew Platt. He disagrees with us. That's okay. Subscribe to his channel. And here on this channel, click the like button, share, subscribe, click it, stick it to the algorithms. It is the notification bell. Drop a comment down below. Let us know your thoughts on all of this. Folks, we hope you have a wonderful Saturday. There is a lot of intensity and disagreement all over the web on all kinds of things. There's a bifurcation of society where people are living in different realities. But let me tell you something. There's a reality you can live in today, and that's the reality where you make somebody's day better by being kind. And you're just the kind of person to do it. Folks, until the next time, we have the honor, the joy, the privilege, and the responsibility of spending time together. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep having fun.
I'm the ghost of Star Wars.
You know what would be a real treat this Halloween? Checking out WDW Pro.
His daily videos are a real treat.
Guys, I'm the ghost of Star Wars. Get it?
You know, we should go and make sure we're subscribed.
Guys, I'm the ghost of Star Wars.
And while we're at it, we'll ring that bell to make sure we're notified.
Great, let's go. Because, we actually care about that. Let's go.
Fact. Star Wars is not dead. It's haunting the staffs of Disney Plus.